Hey everyone, it's me, Jessica, coming to you from outside. It's a beautiful day here in Georgia, so I thought I'd come out here and do a video today. So today I kind of want to extend from what I talked about last week, which was parenting with fibromyalgia. And this week I want to ask you, are you haunted? If so, stay tuned. So, today I want to talk about kind of a taboo subject when it comes to fibromyalgia. Something that we quite honestly are afraid to utter out of our mouths. We keep it all in here, but we're afraid to have it come out here. And I want to talk about it today. But before I do that, take a second. Please subscribe to my channel. Help me reach as many women and men that suffer from this illness. You can help me spread the word and reach more people who suffer every day. Give me a thumbs up. Let me know how I'm doing. Or if you choose, give me a thumbs down. The first question I want to pose to you is, are you haunted? Are you haunted by thoughts that are going on up in here in your head? If so, please comment me and let other people see that they're not alone. The reason why I decided to do this video today is because I had a woman last night on my support group private message me and asked me, Jessica, why do I feel like I want to die and I want to commit suicide? I'd never hurt my family this way, but I can't help thinking these thoughts. She told me that she was scared, she felt lost and alone, and so many times I've gotten these messages. So many times I've had women ask me the very same thing. And it's certainly not a subject that I haven't been through because I've had these thoughts. I've had the thoughts of, I'm just a burden. I'm useless. My life's over. I'm going to be living in pain for the rest of my life. So what's the point? I can't be a good mother to my kids. I can't be a good wife. I can't be a good friend, daughter, sister. So what's the point? I'm just wasted space. I have thought, what's the fastest way you can get out of this world, Jessica, without hurting your children, without suffering? Because I just didn't want to go on anymore. And all too often that is the case. The problem is women are afraid to talk about it. Women are afraid to say what they're truly, truly thinking. They're scared of the repercussions. I don't want you to be scared of the repercussions. The best thing in the world to do is to get it out and talk to somebody and say, hey, this is how I'm feeling. The question that I asked her last night was, I don't know your mental history, medical history. Do you think are feeling depressed and having dark thoughts because of the pain? Because of the isolation, because you do feel lost, you feel inadequate and useless, or are you clinically depressed? Have you seen a doctor? Have you talked to a doctor about depression before in your past? This is what I think. I think that, and I really don't think I know it from my standpoint, is that I was sick for so long that I couldn't help but get depressed, that I couldn't help but feel miserable. And I started to get really afraid of the thoughts that were going on in here. And I didn't talk about them. I didn't dare tell my family. I didn't dare tell any friends. I just let it fester in here and build and build and build. Before you know it, I've isolated myself from the world. I got in my little comfort zone. Nobody could touch me there. And I could be completely alone in my thoughts. You have got to find solace somehow. The best thing that I did was join a support group, and I've mentioned this before on other videos, and I'll keep mentioning it because I think it is a fantastic thing to do. Find a support group that works best for your needs and how you see this illness. I do run a support group. It's called In Spite of Fibromyalgia. You can find us on Facebook. It's a closed private group full of wonderful, wonderful women. And lots of times I will get private messages from women that say, I'm having dark thoughts. I feel alone. And most often than not, I'll say, have you shared with the group? Because the group is here for you, and I guarantee you will get responses. You'll see you're not alone. It's a taboo subject. I don't know why it's a taboo subject, but we don't talk about it in fear of the repercussions, like I said. If I was to go to my mom and say, Mom, I'm having dark thoughts, she'd be like, oh my gosh, okay, medication, psychiatric unit, counselor, therapist, we need to get to the doctor. And that's what we don't want to go through. We just want somebody to say, okay, talk to me here. Is it the pain? Is it the isolation? Is it because your life has changed so drastically that you're depressed and you just don't want to be here anymore? Or is it because you think you truly are clinically depressed? I'll tell you something. As soon as I started this colostrum and started my healing process, my life has done a 360. I feel beautiful again. I feel full of life again. I feel like things are possible. I'm more involved in my family now. It's just wonderful. It's a wonderful feeling to have back. And I want you to not only look into joining a support group, but look into methods where you can get your thoughts from here out, purging them from your mind. Like journaling. I journal every day. And in my journal, I don't just type out full sentences. I type out any word that comes to mind, any emotion that I'm having. I put it down because I'm purging my mind. The other thing that I do is meditation. I quickly learned how to meditate on my own after watching several videos that didn't work for me. But I just started meditating, and let me tell you, oh my goodness, is it refreshing. And I know you're probably thinking meditation isn't for me. I thought the same thing. I don't blame you. But it truly does help you purge your mind. And that's what you ultimately need to do. You need to get the thoughts out. Don't let them sit and fester. Don't be afraid to talk to people who might know or understand what you're going through. And if you join a support group, you're going to get all the support you need. If it's a great support group, you're going to get positive support, positive feedback. You're going to learn, hey, I'm not by myself. People are going to be like, been there, done that. Hello, I'm here. You'll be utterly surprised. Because the woman I talked to last night couldn't believe that other people go through the same thing. And I can guarantee that over 60% of us have had these thoughts go on in our head. Because I know I was one of them. And I didn't want to hurt my family. I didn't want to be without my family. I just felt like life just wasn't worth living anymore. Because if I was going to spend it in bed, what would be the point? What would be the point of me being here on this earth? When I started my healing process, when I started to really go, okay, Jessica, something's got to change, that's when I made the commitment to make sure that I not only get me physically right, but I get this right too. And trust me, I've been on antidepressants. I'm very fortunate that my doctor worked with me to wean me off of them very slowly. And I learned I'm not stinking depressed. It was the pain. It was the isolation. It was the fatigue. It was my life has changed drastically. This isn't who I am. It was also me mourning my past life, mourning who I was. And I needed to learn how to be a whole new person with this illness. And that's exactly what I've done. Have you been where I've been? If so, comment I have. Comment below with I have. If you've been where I've been, please let other people know that they're not alone. Comment I have. Please make sure that you subscribe to my channel. Help me reach more women and men who suffer. You can help me do that by subscribing. If you go to the little arrow down below on the right-hand side of the screen underneath the video, it's a little tiny triangle. If you click on that, the subscribe button will come up. Just click that little subscribe button. I want to help you in your journey. I want to be there for you. I also want to be there for as many as I can be. So please make sure to share this video to as many places as you can. There might be somebody that truly needs to hear this message right this minute. And the act of sharing it could reach them and help them understand what truly is going on within their mind. You're not alone. So thanks for joining me today. Thank you so much for helping me change the face of fibromyalgia, and I'll look for you next time.